Where? Okay. There we go. Alright, and we're live. And post socials. Alright, and we're good. Okay. 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 Gonna try and solo Marvel Zombies Nightmare 4 with Blade. See if we can do it. Okay. Hunt. Powers. Crap. Alright. Okay. Oh, coming from this way. Jesus Christ. I really need to get some power up boost to increase my range, because my range is not that fucking great. Oh jeez. Like if I had a bit more on here. So I didn't have to get so close to these guys. Wait. God. I didn't do that one. Oh, God damn it. No. Okay. Okay. 9.7 million damage. We gotta defeat Namor. What? Oh shit. Okay. Got him. Okay. Protection. Power surge on the hunt. Yeah. Okay. Save that vitality boost. 5 down, 15 more phases to go. Hunt. Red light protection on the Okay. Ah, ah, damn it. That was my fault. Fucking Christ. Bullshit that those guys can just fucking take you out in one hit no matter how much health you have. Damn it, hurt the jerk. Okay. Hunt. Sweeping edge. Power surge, sweeping edge, vitality boost. Power surge, vitality boost. Power surge. Vitality boost. Vitality boost. On the hunt, on the hunt. Vitality boost. Power surge. Vitality boost. Power surge. And those, and those, and those, and those, and those. Power surge. Sweeping edge. None of those, none of those. Moonlight protection, sweeping edge. On the hunt, vitality boost. Moonlight protection, power surge. Moonlight protection. Sweeping edge on the hunt. Vitality boost, power surge. On the hunt, vitality boost. On the hunt, moonlight protection. On the hunt, vitality boost. On the hunt. Damn. Okay. Alright, into this mode, or does it just keep going? It goes to phase 20, where you gotta fight 2 Scarlet Witches. I'm at phase 10 right now. I need to take out zombies first before I can really concentrate on her. Nope, there's still more. Okay. I think that's all of them. Take down her bubble. Okay, gotta kill her before her thing, but yeah, I got this. Got it. On hunt. Vitality boost. Swift edge. Ah, damn it. Okay, here's a question. Comic book story, you initially hate it, but I'm going to like, I need to think on that one. I also need to concentrate because this is very intensive mode. Okay, edge, power surge, shooting edge, vitality boost. Ah. Okay. Vitality boost, power surge, vitality boost, all of these. Oh. Okay. power surge, sweeping edge. Vitality boost, power surge. What? What hit me? Fucking bullshit. Okay. Protection, power surge. Power surge, moonlight protection. Vitality boost on the hunt. Vitality boost on the hunt. Power surge. Power surge. Vitality boost on the hunt. Sweeping edge, vitality boost. Vitality boost on the hunt. Vitality boost. Power surge. Power surge on the hunt. Sweeping edge, vitality boost. Put those. That one. All of these. Alright. Okay. The comic book story with the one that comes on like Night Quest, The Search, or The Crusade. Like, it's not the greatest, but it's kind of like nostalgic to me now. I didn't like it when I was collecting it because I thought it was going on, it was boring. I was focusing too much on John Paul Valley as his time as taking on the role of Batman after Bane broke Batman's bat. But, it's nostalgic to me now, so I don't mind it as much. And they're supposed to be making an animated movie, or movies, I'm pretty sure movies, on the whole Night Saga, Nightfall, Night Quest, Night's End. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing how much of it they keep in. Okay, zombies taken care of. Just need to focus on Wanda or Scarlet Witch. Fucking Namor, you fucking prick. need to get out of her fucking bubbles because they can just stun lock you to death. Okay. Okay, got her. I don't know how, like, I guess it's like damage that you do to, because damaging his squid things damages him, not by much though. I guess like if you do, he'll eventually come down, because I can't hit him from here, even if I do have a range, well my attacks are range. Like, he won't come down, and he's basically invulnerable at this point, which is annoying. There he is, go. Okay. I just gotta keep his squids under control and not get hit by the whales. Especially the green ones, the ones that fucking are sucking all my life out. Neat. I need a... Oh. Fucking... You got him. Jesus Christ. Oops. Damn it. Okay, got 5 more phases to get through. Don't know how I'm gonna do on the last one. That's like where I fight 2 Scarlet Witches. That one sucks. Ah. Search. Edge on the hunt. Power search. Power search. Ah. Search. Sweeping Edge. On the Hunt. Power Search, Power Search. That was close. Okay, last one. Alright. Last one. So we can do it. Oh, getting too much going on the screen. Okay, I think it's just them now, these two. What I need to do is avoid getting them both in the bubble at the same time, because that can really fuck me up. Ah. I might have this. Yes, I did it. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Woo. Oh, I forgot I was doing a screen cap. 1.90 billion damage. Oh. I got the Lunar Vengeance title. Nice. You have to understand, not many people have done these before. They're super hard. And you have to get the right cards and the right builds. Whew. I just have to do it for Punisher, Thor, Magic, and Jeff. Oh, Jesus. That's something for another day. Whew. Now we can switch over to Kathy Rain. For the rest of the night. What time is it? Okay, just a little after 11. Oh, my hand's killing me. Yeah, congrats on the win. That's really monotonous watch for you. I find it, I don't know, it's engaging for me because it's just, I'm constantly fighting wave after wave. And I don't know. Interesting for me to play. And you can lose, because like, you only get so many revives. If you run out of revives, you're screwed. Kind of. It makes sense when you like it, of course. I did kind of put my audiobook back on for most of it. Okay, well, now we're playing a more engaging game. Okay, so I believe we did everything here.
Deborah Sinclair, celebrity author and one of the most famous passing residents. She was recently stabbed to death by a soothsayer. Maybe we can find out where that cabin of hers is located. Someone has to know where it is.
Soothsayer.
Cassidy's first and only serial killer. The only thing standing between me and a massive payday.
Oh, who's paying you? Research the soothsayer.
Able to learn more about the soothsayer at the library.
Okay. Shit, that was a big cat.
Modern world domination is
Oh,
I better get those books to bed.
cute cat. Alright. Done everything here. Let's take off. Okay, so that's just like the first game. And now you travel about City Library. These part hole displays interactable objects in the room. Rather just I get the old-fashioned way, mousing over it. What? Umbrellas? Plaque. Map. This isn't gonna be like, you know, typical librarian stereotypes. Library with post office boxes, magazines. Alright, let's talk to the librarian. Oh, I thought I thought you had a long strand of white hair, but it's coming out like on the left side of his head, but it's actually just the frame. The soothsayer. Good old microfilm viewers. Worked on plenty of those myself. Hey, he's rocking a branch from the tree minus tears. Also turn the game up. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yes, this game is just Marvel Rival, just so much louder. Okay, hopefully this is better now.
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and my name is Kate, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
Deborah Sinclair.
A computer fan is loud as hell? It's like not that loud. Maybe I'll. I have my desk fan on, but I can't imagine it's that loud. Wait, can you hear my desk fan? I can hear you, but it drowns the game out without turning it up. Yeah, I'll be right there. Wait, oh, was that it? Oh, my desk fan, okay. Well, it gets hot in here sometimes. Okay. It was the desk fan, okay. I need to get... There's like something... I can do something about that eventually.
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
What do you know about the murder? What kind of books did Deborah write? Deborah a popular author? What do you know about Deborah's private life? You can turn it back on, but turn the game on before you do. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try my other fan. It's like farther away, and hopefully it doesn't the mic doesn't pick it up. Let me know if it does. Okay, what do you know about the murder?
What do you know about the murder?
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death. The police say the MO was similar to the other victims, with the shattered mirror and all that.
Where's this writer's retreat located exactly?
There's
Excuse
an
me.
area called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right, got it. That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow.
New location added. Okay. What kind of books did Deborah
What
write?
kind of books did Deborah write?
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two. Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and the Jenny Payne trilogy are some of her most well-known titles.
Huh, okay. Was she working on a new book when she died?
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any details to share.
Was Deborah a popular author?
Oh, yes. Even before her death. Afterwards, her popularity has reached astronomical levels.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Correct. 6 months wait minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
What do you know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adopted father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully. Perhaps in some part due to her roots. Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion.
She was competing with this other who initially made this juvenile mystery series, Jessica the Mystery, something like that. That'd be crazy if they were like crossovers.
She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are quick to jump to conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public. If you are curious to learn more, I would highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks for the information.
Okay, so I got. Right.
Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
She never indicated or what? Wait, Unbound? What do you mean? Unbound's the name of her autobiography.
Very well. Good luck.
One of my audiobook series is the Unbound series. Ah, okay. Okay, bookshelf. Computer. Printer. Map. Calendar.
Okay, let's see here. It would take ages to look through all the microfilms since
Oh.
the killings began. So maybe I can figure out on what date the murder prior to Deborah's occurred. Hopefully I can deduce the date of the previous murder from the articles I picked up at the office.
She never marked herself as being gay on her W-2 forms. I mean, never know. Okay.
When I have a good date written down, I can view the corresponding microfilm and look for useful information.
Or you could just browse for hours hoping to find the right piece of information I'm looking for, like I had to do plenty of times.
Some antique world map centered on the U.S. 1800s, maybe? Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by calendar date. It's one of those advanced microfilm viewers. I'll need to insert a microfilm to use that. If we need a book, I should use the computer.
Okay, so I guess. Okay. Let's see.
Anything I print should appear here. I think that includes printouts from that microfilm viewer at the end of the hall.
No result. Search for book or title or author name. Searching. Oh. Ooh, I gotta. Okay. So I guess I gotta do this. I need to read these over again. Before I do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Okay. Okay, so she was killed probably the day before. So May 12th? Oh wait, she was dead on May 8th. Okay. Best view or stream boo.com. Okay. 5 victims in 3 months. This mystery runs deep. Clearly we need an expert. Call the plumber. Right. Alright, are you making a House 2 reference? Oh wait, I didn't mean it. Because in House 2, he was an electrician, not a plumber. Okay, so she killed Thursday, May 8th.
Alright, I've got a date written down. I can use that to find the corresponding microfilm.
Oh, we're in January. Okay. Oh, so we're in the worst part of the year. I read the goddamn paper you're reading. Oh. Oh, wait, no. No, I'm not on the current. Okay, so. Okay, that was the day she got married. Mother's Day. Everybody smirks a good name of electrician adventure by misremembering his vocation. Nice. Okay, so 5 deaths over a 3-month period, so I guess they start in March? Well, how am I supposed to figure, like, okay.
I should be able to learn more about the soothsayer at the library. I should try to figure out when the previous murder happened and then search the microfilm starting from that date. The calendar should help. Deborah Sinclair. I think I'm done with that victim. Cassidy's first and only. That's the date I selected in the calendar. I can either search for it in the microfilm.
Okay, she died on May 8th. Rose Taylor. 5 victims, 3 months. Oh wait, no. I can finish.
It's one of those. Looks like there are no microfilms at all for the month of May. I guess that makes sense. It's the current month, and they probably scan the papers on a monthly rolling basis.
Makes sense.
Well, not a biggie. I already checked the more recent papers back in the office for soothsayer coverage, so I should focus on the earlier months here.
Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try looking up Rose Taylor. Nada. Okay. Dead Ends Meet. Publication date 6/16/1995. Status unavailable. Synopsis: a distant, lonely couple falls in love after meeting in a vivid shared dream. The pair becomes obsessed with uniting in the real world while opposed at every turn by Mr. Clock, who's Mr. Clock? Evermore. Publication date 11/12/1980. Status unavailable. Synopsis: Hannah's dating life has been a whirlwind of charm and mystery. Every man she meets seems perfect, yet something is strangely askew. There are different faces and personalities. There's an inexplicably familiarity that she can't seem to shake. As Hannah tries to piece together these patterns, it is a question not only... Excuse me. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Type that in, you'll get a tracker for the killer. The guidance. Publication date, March 6, 1978. Status unavailable. Synopsis. For sake of mental clarity, David Walker leaves a successful business behind to retreat to a remote forest flat cabin. First to solitude. His healing with soon strange instincts take hold. It is as if David's mind is being reshaped by something primal and deeply unfamiliar. Are these sensations the echoes of an ancestral memory, the onset of madness, or the influence of an unseen force? Lines between reality and delusion blurs. David starts to feel an undeniable magnetic pull to the local caves. Truths he uncovered there could lead to a darkness older than humanity itself. Stage Fright. Jenny Payne, Book 1. Publication date, January 20th, 1985. Status unavailable. Jenny Payne, traveling magician and illusionist, solves crimes around America using deduction and trickery. Theater of the Absurd. Jenny Payne 2. Publication date, November 19, 1989. Status unavailable. Synopsis. The second chapter in Jenny Payne's saga brings her to Year, investigate her family's mysterious and dark path. Final curtain. Jenny Payne 3. Publication date, March 5th, 1993. Status unavailable. Synopsis. Stakes are higher than ever with Jenny Payne up in jail and framed for murder. Can she escape, clear her name, and stop the murderer from killing again? Storm Chaser. Publication date, April 25th, 1987. Status unavailable. Synopsis. Storm Chaser is an epic tale of a Native American warrior sets out on a great quest to save his tribe from American settlers in the 1800s. Dawn of the Wild. Publication date, March 7, 1983. Status unavailable. Synopsis. Three estranged friends are compelled to reunite in their hometown to confront the haunting memories of childhood. Soon questions arise. Was the old gardener lady called Nettles truly a witch? And what actually happened when the fourth member of the group, 8-year-old Johnny P., mysteriously disappeared? Truth is darker than any of them can imagine, and we will all come to learn the true reason why they were summoned there. Imagine the developers just sat down hundreds of fake book synopsises for realism, forcing the player to get good at research. Already get, well, boo to them because I'm already good at library research. Unbound. Deborah Sinclair, Stephen Collins. Publication date, October 4th, 1996. Status unavailable. Synopsis. Deborah Sinclair's long-awaited autobiography outlines the author's tumultuous life and rise to worldwide prominence. The book takes the form of a series of interviews by Sinclair's longtime friend and colleague, Stephen Collins. Okay. That's who uses this. And crazy. That case closed. Well, bag him and tag him, boy. Well, you know to never read any of your like murder mystery books you ever read any. Okay. No. Oh, I wonder. No. I think it's just simple. It's like what you're talking about. I write create mysteries.
We're still in May. It doesn't make sense to browse any later dates.
I want to see what my birthday was in 1998. this puzzle, really. My victim is 3 months. Oh. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, so I was. Yeah. That's not right. Oh, previous victim. I thought it said she was. As she contemplated writing a mystery, it seems like it'd be fun, but man, put in a ton of work to make the mystery engaging. Hard to puzzle out, but not esoteric and rewards readers who pay attention, but intimidate. Yeah, really. I always hate the ones that are like, kind of like, surprise! And there was no way to figure this out. You've been reading the whole thing. And they just pull like some random bullshit out of their ass. Okay. Anniversary Storm. Okay, there's the missing link. Storm Chaser was 425. Okay, now we got it. Oops. There we go.
Yeah, this date should be good. I'll search through a week or so of microfilm, starting from the date I've written down. Hopefully I can find some useful information on the previous victim.
I don't know how much, because she was identified as a Jane Doe, so...
Yes, there we go. I'll have these printed.
Got money to get these printed, Kathy? Like, you're broke.
Alright, rinse and repeat. I should try to determine the previous microfilm date based on the information in these new pages.
Okay.
That way I can make my way back from article to article, victim to victim, until I get all the way to the first murder. Let's see here.
There's that. Instinct writers get to do everything they can to hide what's going to happen. Story, but often readers get more engaged if it's just challenging, and some of them can figure out they feel rewarded for guessing correctly. That's where a lot of modern writers have failed, where they're like, no, I can't go with what the audience expects. I gotta subvert expectations, and it's usually always some bullshit. Okay, Cassie, send your source of weekly news. Show 845, Wednesday, April 29, 1998. Soothsayer burns Jane Doe alive. Jesus. Well, notice. Massage and spa. Cassie Shopping Mall. Okay, the infamous Soothsayer has cranked up the heat on his killing spree as the latest victim, a young woman in her early 20s, determined to have been brutally burned alive on Constance Hill. Death occurred on the night of April 25th. Due to the state of the remains, Jane Doe's identity has been difficult to ascertain. Despite indications of dental work on the corpse, there were no matching dental records anywhere in the city, leading police to believe that the woman was not a local. Lack of a struggle could mean that the victim was incapacitated, but the condition of the body gives little clarity on that matter. Picking a public site like this was a risky proposition for the Soothsayer, but he may have banked on the fact that distant witnesses would assume that the fire came from the nearby fire pit. Mayor Adams offered his comment. As unpleasant as it is, Cassie, you be patient. Let Ed Cassie, Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown, and his team do their job. KPD has my full confidence in this matter. City Hall stands vigilant to assist in any way we can. For our extensive coverage of the previous victim, Deacon Townsend, see issue 842. Fucking wow, this article. This is Frankenhooker levels at callousness describing murder. Okay. race extravaganza imminent. Annual Cassidy Dust Rally soon set to take place in various locations around the greater Cassidy area, drawing in adrenaline junkies from all around the state. Featuring rugged terrains and challenging courses, the event promises an exhilarating experience for racers and spectators alike. Local businesses are gearing up for the influx of visitors. Safety measures are being rigorously implemented to ensure an exciting, secure racing experience for all. The event takes place over the course of 3 days, starting on May 1st. With you every step of the way, Hamilton Funeral Services. Excuse me. St. Andrew's Church Easter tragedy? What the hell? St. Andrew's Church Easter concert ended horrifically when conductor Martin Schultz suffered a fatal heart attack. Concert, a cherished tradition, was attended by many who are now mourning Schultz's untimely passing. The church plans a memorial service in his honor. Cassidy the Cat, Monday, April 27, 1998. Soothsayer Strikes Again Task Force established. Edgar Mitchell Brown on April 26, photo credit J. Miller. Soothsayer has claimed a fourth victim, unidentified woman estimated to have been 18 years old. Charred remains are found on the outskirts of Cassidy near the overlook Constance Hill. The cause of death is yet to be determined. Soothsayer victims do not seem to share any obvious similarities in terms of gender, age, occupation, or social class, and the killing method, location, and disposal of the bodies are all different. However, the killings have all occurred within the greater Cassidy area over a period of 3 months, which would indicate that the soothsayer is somewhat local to the area. In related news, the Cassidy Chief of Police has recently announced an investigation of these killings, taken over by the newly created Soothsayer Task Force. Edgar Mitchell Brown said the following during a press conference on April 26. As of May 1st, the so-called Soothsayer slayings will be investigated by a dedicated task force of 8 senior detectives handpicked from various divisions at the Cassidy Police Department. We're sure that this elite group has every resource at their disposal. When asked whether or not the FBI will be involved, Mitchell Brown replied, "There is no federal jurisdiction in this case. I have no further comment." We'll take it. The Gazette has frequently criticized the Cassidy Police Department for their errors in the past, but credit where credit is due. This is a step in the right direction. Aha. What is aha in reference to? I can't read this top part. Complete. The renovation of the century-old West End Bridge is finally complete. 5 years in the making, the project enhances safety while preserving the historic character of the iconic landmark. The chief of police is a cover-up. The chief of police is a killer goblin. Bagam Mentagam. Wonderful. Short on space for any storage unit. Tension at Town Hall meeting over amusement park revival. The Town Hall meeting discussed the revival of the Lone Star Amusement Park took an unexpected turn when a father of one of the fatal victims' infamous 1992 accident attempted to storm the stage. Luckily, police quickly handled the situation. Despite this incident, the overall sentiment at the meeting was positive, many attendees expressing support for the park's modernization and commitment to enhanced safety standards. The mayor pledged to consider all feedback emphasizing the importance of reconciling the park's painful past with a hopeful future. Okay, issue 8. Okay, so 842, so that would have been just a few days before this one. I believe it. Oh, wait, or weekly. So maybe this comes out once a week, so we'll have to go back 3 weeks from April 29th. Okay. Jane Doe.
I know where Constance Hill is, but that's a fair distance from the city. Better save it for tomorrow. For now, I'll put Jane Doe on hold and see what I can find about the previous murder victim.
New location added. Okay, so 29. 844, 843, 842. Let's try April 8th, 1998.
Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here. Okay, let's have a look.
Okay. Cassidy Sun, your source of Nick Weekly News, issue 842, Wednesday, April 8, 1998. Soothsayer stages suicide of prolific deacon. Okay. We're sad to report that third member of our community been taken out by the so-called Soothsayer, who appears to be Cassidy's first serial killer. Victim's name was Benedict Townsend, age 51. Our sources say that his death occurred on April 3rd, that Townsend was likely murdered by a staged suicide by hanging. Townsend served as deacon at the King of Kings Catholic Church, an old congregation dating back to the early 1900s. He's a beloved figure in the community, well known for his voluntary work. Reverend Hugh Winters, the pastor of the King of Kings, had the following to say: "Heart aches for Ben's soul and everything he had left to give to the world. I take some comfort in the fact that he is with the Lord now. For the person or persons who did this to my friend, know that there will be reckoning. Murder is a sin most vile, and God sees all." The King of Kings remains open as the crime occurred in an adjacent rectory building. However, the rectory will remain under lock and key until properly consecrated. Okay, Chief of Police, phone hacked. Unidentified phone hackers, so-called freakers, hijacked the phone line and prank called Chief of Police last week, shouting obscenities and sexual innuendos. According to a statement by the chief, their motive appears to be retaliation for the police raid on the Cyber Shack internet cafe last month. Moe's Pawn Shop. Need cash now. We buy, we sell, we trade. 74 Hawthorne Street. Deborah Sinclair book set for Hollywood adaptation. Cassidy's own author, Deborah Sinclair, is making waves as her best-selling novel, Thorns of the Wild, is slated for a movie adaptation. Claire made the following statement: "It's about time. Hollywood has been quick to recognize the cinematic potential of my work, and I sincerely hope this marks the beginning of a great collaboration. To my fans out there, rest assured I will retain full creative control. I won't let anyone ruin my babies." Kingsbed, the Regal Choice, 20th Anniversary Sales. I see you every step away. Hamilton Funeral Services. Okay. It's the priest from beyond the grave calling exorcist and the Ghostbuster, exorcising and tagging. Case closed. Okay, debate over reviving the Lone Star. The Lone Star, the once popular Western-themed amusement park built on an old mining site in the 70s, may be revived and modernized. The facility was closed in 1994 after a series of accidents and ensuing lawsuits. Following a change of ownership, there are now tentative plans to resurrect the facility. City Hall has been aggressively investing in the entertainment sector as part of a wider strategy to promote Cassidy as a cultural hub, and this initiative would seem to align with that. Proponents argue that Lone Star could boost tourism and the local economy, while critics raise concerns about safety and preservation of the site's historical value. Mayor Adams on the following comment: "While we honor the park's past, including its tragedies, we see an opportunity to create a safe, modern attraction that respects our history." City Hall has declared that an open town hall meeting dedicated to this topic will be held later this month. Okay, Wade Industries opens new factory amid controversy. Wade Industries' new factory complex in the city has opened, promising thousands of jobs. However, the company's anti-union stance has sparked criticism. Rumors of backroom deals quieting the unions are rife, leading to a divided public opinion. Many welcome the economic boost. Others question the long-term implications for workers' rights and the integrity of the deal-making process. Alright, Cassidy Gazette, Sunday, April 5th, 1998. Soothsayer linked to 3 murders. Serial killer on the loose. How do they know they're all the same killer? Because they all... Well, the deacon was hanged. The Jane Dojic was burned. And, I forget how Deborah Sinclair died, but it was different from those two, so... I don't know, is it the mirror thing? Or they haven't mentioned the mirror. Only Deborah Sinclair had the mirror thing next to her. Alright. Maybe this will say more. Deacon Benedict Townsend, aged 51, was found dead early on April 4th in the rectory of the King of Kings Catholic Church. Cause of death was determined to be hanging, but suicide has been ruled out by the KPD. Anonymous police source had the following to say: Somebody else was involved. The position of the body and other logistics don't add up if used alone. Scenario is eerily similar to that of Eric Holloway, the postman who met his demise on this full moon night last month. His death was initially treated as a suicide, but later revised to homicide. Now the Gazette brings up the exclusive scoop. Both of these killings, as well as the brutal stabbing of nurse Rose Taylor Back in February, are linked by an object left at the scene. Oh, okay. Shattered obsidian mirror, colloquially referred to as a scrying mirror. These mirrors have been used since ancient times to see the future or communicate with the spirit world. Is the soothsayer responsible for the murders have a religious motive? Our source continues, it's a signature dish. This killer's no hack. He hasn't left any other forensic evidence that can be traced back to him. Mirror has to be deliberate. Townsend was a well-liked figure in the community, known for his charity work and a longtime member of the church. Cassidy Chief of Police Edward Mitchell Brown gave the following comment. We are not classifying these homicides as serial offenses at this time, but trust that we have our finest on the case. We urge our readers to demand that Mitchell Brown recognize that the citizens of Cassidy have been cursed with our first serial killer in recorded history. Turbo dealer, sports car specialist, King's Bed, the Regal's choice. Deborah was stabbed, I think. Okay. But this is a mirror, that's the overriding connection between them. Fringilla, a play born in the heart of our city, has captured the nation's attention. After a series of sold-out shows and rave reviews, production now set to tour nationally. Written by playwright Cassandra Beckett and set against the backdrop of Cassidy's rich history, the play's blended drama, humor, and poignant storytelling struck a chord with audiences. Its success is a testament to the city's thriving art scene. The national tour begins in early May and is poised to bring a piece of Cassidy's cultural spirit to theaters across the country, showcasing talent and creativity flourishing in our community. Okay. So now we know victim number 2 was killed on full moon in March. And then Rose Taylor was the first one killed in February. Okay. Nice.
Okay, I'll make sure to look into that church later and maybe find the address. For now, let's move on to victim number 2.
Okay, so March 12th.
Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here.
And they're going to be much breathing. It's killing my throat. Cassidy Gazette, Wednesday, March 18, 1998. Prominent suicide morphs into homicide. Initially reported as a suicide, the death of Eric Holloway on March 12th has been officially reclassified KPD as a homicide. Since his public death occurred, multiple reliable witnesses come forward claiming that the victim pushed off the roof of the building at 4 Burden Street. However, there are no detailed descriptions of the perpetrator, likely due to limited illumination of the roof area at night. Excuse me. Holloway led a quiet and simple life, working as a mailman for the city and said to have been well liked by his peers. However, there are unverified reports of mental health problems related to the death of his fiancée last year. Police sources told us there are links to the brutal motel stabbing in Rose Taylor on Statehood Day, but we're reluctant to share further details of ongoing investigation. Okay, Statehood Day. I have to figure out what that is. Let's see. Okay. Symphony in the Streets, a creative protest for classical arts. A unique display of dissent. Supporters of classical arts in Cassidy orchestrated a Symphony in the Streets protest. Musicians, dancers, and actors from various classical disciplines performed impromptu pieces in key city locations, transforming sidewalks and public squares into stages. A harmonious yet powerful act was designed to draw attention and need for balanced support of classical arts. Passerbys were treated to scenes from Shakespearean plays, excerpts from famous ballets, like classical music performances. Eleanor Vincent, a renowned local conductor and one of this event's mastermind, shared her thoughts. Oko was to show the beauty and relevance of classical arts in the same spaces largely dominated by modern art today. Support from the public has been overwhelming, so I believe we have succeeded. Again, both the protest and celebration of classical art served as a reminder of the genre's enduring impact on the city's cultural identity. Gazette had reached out to Mayor Adams for a comment. Chick Real Estate, your dream, homemade reality. And something about a restaurant. Celebrity chef Marco Durant recently unveiled Fusion on Fifth, a new restaurant blending Asian and Western cuisines, promising an exciting and modern culinary experience. The restaurant is planning grand opening on April 20th, but you may struggle to find a table. The run has announced that they are booked in full until July. I think like Asian fusion stuff didn't really come out until like way later, but maybe it's been around longer than I thought, and I just haven't experienced it because I didn't start like really noticing Asian fusion places until like late 2000s. Police raid Cyber Shack. The Cass City Police Department has conducted a raid on the popular Cyber Shack internet cafe in connection with the traffic light hacking incident that occurred last month. The operation, part of an ongoing investigation into the sophisticated cyber attack that caused citywide traffic chaos to the seizure of several computers and electronic devices. Authorities have not released details on specific suspects, but confirmed that the raid was a significant step in the case. Cass City Times, Saturday, March 14, 1998. Grimfall under the full moon. Thursday, March 12th, at roughly 8 p.m., a 32-year-old man leapt from the roof of a 4-story apartment building at Verdant Street, instantly killing himself on the pavement below. In a grisly spectacle for neighbors and bystanders alike. Friends and neighbors claim that the victim had struggled with the death of his girlfriend, but no suicide note has been recovered. Events like this reiterate that mental health and grief counseling should be a national concern, with more resources available for vulnerable people in crisis. If anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, you can call the National Suicide Hotline, available 24/7. Wade Empire Harris takes over Wade Industries. Surprise of many, Erica Wade Harris of the billionaire Wade family is recently appointed as the new CEO of Wade Industries. Erica replaced her father, Charles Wade, after an impressive tenure, role spanning over 3 decades. Charles Wade has been expected to step down for some time due to persistent rumors of him suffering from late-stage Alzheimer's disease. The choice of Erica Wade is unconventional, primarily due to her lack of management experience. One of Erica's first acts as CEO was to conduct a dramatic reshuffling of the company's senior management. Sources tell us that the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer have been replaced with potentially more to come. In a recent press release, Erica defended her actions as necessary for the company's future. Changes in leadership are essential to drive Wade Industries towards innovation and sustainable growth, she stated, letting our team to better meet the challenges of our dynamic industry in these turbulent times. Despite her reassurances, these high-profile changes have only added to the uncertainty surrounding the company's direction. Stakeholders are now watching closely to see strategic moves will impact the company's performance and whether Erica can navigate Wade Industries through this period of upheaval and restore confidence among investors and staff. Sources close to the matter suggest a more sinister remote course of events. Never once in this decade as CEO had Charles ever considered her, Erica Wade, to be a serious candidate for management. Since hostile takeover, a senior employee who wished to remain anonymous commented. Market closed yesterday. Nasdaq share price of Wade Industries, WND, dropped 18 points, making one of the most significant single-day declines in the company's history. Fusion cuisine is a cuisine that combines elements of different culinary traditions, originating from different countries, regions, or cultures. Cuisines of this type are not categorized according to a particular cuisine style and have played a part in many contemporary restaurants cuisines since the 1970s. Richard Wing of Imperial Dynasty in Hanford, California, while creating one of the first fusion cuisines when he combined French and Chinese cooking traditions at his family restaurant in 1960. Okay, so I was wrong. I think it's like exploded like hugely within the last 15 plus years. Okay, something about scandal. University as its vice chancellor, Dr. Helen Baxter, forced to resign amidst fraud allegations. Accused of misappropriating university funds, Baxter faces criminal charges, raising serious concerns about KCU's governance and lack of oversight. Beaver dens, outdoor gear, camping, hiking, cycling, fishing. Oh yeah, it feels like a recent trend, but it started way earlier. Yeah. Rare bird spotted. Bird watchers and ornithologists alike are flocking in City Park at rare crimson-winged finch was spotted, drawing attention to local biodiversity. The species was thought to be entirely extinct in the U.S., making this sighting an extraordinary historical event. Okay, so the next thing we have is Full Moon Night. Okay.
Eric's address isn't too far away, but I should learn all I can here before I visit any of the crime scenes. Coming up last, the very first victim of the soothsayer.
Oh, okay. So, February 5th.
Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here.
Throat's killing me. Okay, Cassidy Tribune, Thursday, February 12th, 1998. Something. After 80 years, Cassidy's beloved Patterson Bakery has closed ending era. The bakery is known for its traditional recipes and community presence. Satan is responsible for Motel Slaughter, a brutal stabbing occurred at the Azure Sky Motel on February 5th, and our sources now say that there's cult angles to the killing with some sort of artifact left on the scene. Husband of the victim was briefly detained but released a day later. Law enforcement claims remains a person of interest, however, and confirmed that the cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the chest. KPD adds new K9 unit. The Cassidy Police Department bolstered its crime-fighting efforts with the expansion of its K9 unit. New teaming includes dogs trained in narcotics, detection, tracking, and public order tests. These furry companions have become invaluable partners to our law enforcement endeavors, said Sergeant Maria Gonzalez, head of the K9 unit. The department demonstrated the new team's capabilities in a public event, highlighting the women's training, strong bond with their handlers to overall positive public reception. Pest control experts, free inspection. Okay, Cassidy's art funding conundrum, classical versus modern. Debate is intensifying over the allocation of city funds to the arts. Growing conflict between supporters of classical arts and advocates for modern art forms. City Hall's recent push to support burgeoning street art movements, including graffiti and other experimental art forms, traditionalists up in arms, arguing that this shift neglects the classical arts. Mayor Adams, a vocal supporter of the new initiative, stated, "It's vital to embrace and nurture the diverse artistic expressions of our youth. Creativity is lifeblood of Cassidy's future as a cultural hub." However, this approach has not been without controversy. Elizabeth Hoffman, director of the Cassidy City Symphony Orchestra, expressed her concerns. While innovation in art cannot be understated, we shouldn't abandon our rich heritage classical arts. These traditions are a cornerstone of our cultural identity. The debate has sparked a broader conversation about the evolving nature of art and its place in society. Jackson Miller, a local street artist, argues art is constantly evolving. The city's support for modern art forms reflects the changing dynamics of our community. On the other side, patrons of the classical arts feel marginalized. It's disheartening to see years of tradition being overshadowed, noted Jacques Durand, a local ballet instructor. Classical arts and modern expressions cannot coexist, but not if one is favored over the other. Ongoing debates highlights the challenges cities face in balancing the support for the arts. Cassidy navigates these cultural crossroads. The decisions made today will likely shape its artistic landscape for generations to come. Okay, union leader ousted amid mafia allegations. Frank DeVelli, the long-standing leader of the Cassidy Industrial Workers Union, KIWU, was ousted following allegations of ties to organized crime. Accusation of the leader's involvement with the mafia surfaced in a recent investigation to an unanimous vote for removal by the union board. Scandals rock the union community, with members calling for transparency and reform. KIWU, pivotal in representing workers' rights, faces a crucial period of restructuring and regaining public trust. Okay, and then hackers disrupt traffic system. On February 8th, a sophisticated cyber attack disabled hundreds of traffic lights for several hours, leading to widespread chaos and significant property damage around downtown Cassidy. Together with the help of experts at Cassie City University, authorities are now investigating the breach, evaluating a range of cybersecurity measures for critical urban infrastructure. Okay. Cassidy Times, Sunday, February 8, 1998. Motel murders mortifies management. View from outside the Azure Sky Motel. February 7th, Rose Amanda Taylor, age 47, was found dead by Robert Tippett, the owner of the Azure Sky Motel. Taylor had been stabbed to death by an unknown perpetrator. Blood everywhere like a goddamn butcher room, Tippett says, wide-eyed, and continues to emphasize, "See is going to hell, you go ahead and print that." Neighbors report hearing a commotion from the room, but that was apparently a regular occurrence, so no one went to investigate. Taylor, survived by her husband and 2 children, declined a request to be interviewed. The husband was briefly detained, but is no longer considered a suspect. If you have any information about the murder of Rose Taylor, please contact the Cassidy Police Department at... Okay. The Dreamers Express rolls out. Dreamers Express is off to a resounding start with tickets completely sold out for the next 2 months. Its neat bus service connecting Cassidy to Los Angeles is the brainchild of Julia Henderson, former actress turned entrepreneur. Her vision to create a conduit for Cassidy's burgeoning artistic talent to reach the broader stages of LA. The journey is as important as the destination, Henderson asserts. Each bus, painted with murals depicting scenes from Cassidy's rich cultural tapestry, is a mobile canvas. Inside, passengers find a mini gallery of local art and a collection of writings by Cassidy's poets and authors. Henderson's inspiration comes from her own experiences. I made the trip to LA years ago, full of dreams. It's a pilgrimage for many here, she reflects. The route she designed includes stops at historical landmarks and creative hotspots, aiming to fuel inspiration. Despite the hard truths of the entertainment industry, Henderson believes in the power of the journey. It's about experiencing life, embracing failure and success alike. Our city's history of resilience is our greatest teacher. For tickets, either visit the downtown Cassidy bus station located at 5th and Main, or make a phone reservation. Rockport Royal, the regal blend. Savor the timeless elegance of lavender, peppermint, and cinnamon in every Rockport Royal. Deborah Sinclair book signing big success. Deborah Sinclair saw a massive turnout at a recent book signing event where fans lined up for hours to get a few brief moments with the popular author. Sinclair's recent novel, Midnight and Me, has captured the hearts of readers nationwide. An event held at Cassidy's legendary bookstore, Pages and Tales, not only highlighted Sinclair's rising popularity, but underscored the city's growing literary scene. Whew. Oh, thank goodness.
Be everything on the microfilms. I think I'll continue to focus on gathering information today and then head to each of the murder sites tomorrow.
Nice. Achievement microfilm collected all newspaper articles. Need help what to do next. Try opening your notebook and query your active tasks.
The Azure Sky Motel is the location of the first soothsayer killing, the stabbing of Rose Taylor. The Catmobile is running on fumes, so I should give this place a call rather than head over. I'll need a number first, though. Rose Taylor, the nurse, was the first soothsayer victim. She was stabbed to death in the Azure Sky Motel. I should see what I can find out about that motel. Eric Holloway was the second soothsayer victim. He was a postal worker in his 30s who was killed by being thrown off the roof. I think I'm done with that victim for today. I should focus on my other leads for now. The King of Kings is a Catholic church here in the city. The adjacent rectory was where the third soothsayer victim, Deacon Townsend, was killed. I'm not sure where exactly this church is, but I should be able to find out. Broken obsidian mirrors, so-called scrying mirrors, are the calling cards of the soothsayer, and the main link between the murders. Deacon Benedict Townsend was the third victim of the soothsayer. He was found hanged under suspicious circumstances. I'm not sure where exactly this church is, but I should be able to find out. Jane Doe was the fourth victim of the soothsayer. She was burned alive. I think I'm done with that victim for today. I should focus on my other leads for now.
Okay.
I think I'll look into that church next, the King of Kings. There was no mention of an address for it in the newspapers.
Oh, this is a book search.
If I need a book,
I guess. Well, let's see what we can find. Yeah, you can only look by author or title. See what he has to say
one
now.
more thing.
Yes?
Yeah, let's ask him
Are
everything.
you familiar with the Azure Sky Motel?
I'm afraid not.
Alright.
What do you know about Rose Taylor, the first soothsayer victim?
Apart from Deborah Sinclair, I can't offer much insight into soothsayer victims.
What do you know about Eric Holloway, the second soothsayer victim?
Apart from
Okay.
Do you know anything about the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not familiar with that church, sorry.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Not much, unfortunately. They're not within my area of expertise.
What do you know about Benedict Townsend, the third soothsayer victim?
Apart from
What do you know about Jane Doe, the fourth soothsayer victim?
apart from
And that always helps to just ask everything. What's that do? Oh, we can ask him about. Oh, okay.
This place has been around for a while now, hasn't it?
well, that depends on your frame of reference, but the library turns 110 next year.
Damn. It must be one of the oldest buildings still standing in the city then.
Most likely. Yes.
It's like the Digimon movie. Did you hear me? But I said it was birthday. Finally.
I don't want to ask them. Those boxes over there can be rented anonymously, right?
Yes. Would you like me to set that up for you?
Not right now. But if I'm evicted in a few weeks, I might just take you up on that.
Oh. I sincerely hope it doesn't come to that.
Can I borrow one of those magazines?
Yes, but only for reading here in the library. You're not allowed to exit the building with them.
Got it. Thanks. I saw that Deborah Sinclair was one of the financial contributors to the library.
Indeed. This place had gone through a rough patch, and I'm told that her gift came just in the nick of time, saving the library from closure.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
Very well. Good luck.
Okay. Don't they have a card catalog here so that you can look up stuff by like, topic, genre?
It's one of those things. Microfilms containing images.
Nope. Huh. Okay. Oh, maybe.
A bunch of magazines. One.
Yes?
The microfilms were a great help. I got these nice prints out of them.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you found them useful.
The micro.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't want to. 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 I don't see a reason to show him those. I'm sure he knows more about Deborah Sinclair than me.
Huh.
Thanks.
Very
Okay.
well.
The King of Kings is a Catholic church here. I'm not sure where exactly.
How?
The Azure Sky Motel is the location. The Catmobile is running on. Rose Taylor, the nurse. I should see what I can find out. Some local hero from the Civil War, I think? Well, either that or Beethoven. That guy gets around.
Maybe I'm done here. Maybe let's see. Constance Hill, Jane Doe, Bear Creek, Deborah. Word in the street, Eric.
Not yet. I'll focus on research today and head to the murder scenes tomorrow.
Go back through her files, maybe? Is there something there? I don't think so. I don't think she. Oh, wait, phone book. Aha.
Great. I've got the address to the church. I'll head over there tomorrow. I think it's time to see what I can find about the Azure Sky Motel. It's likely in this phone book here.
Okay, good.
Got the number. I'll call first and see if a visit makes sense. God knows I have to be careful with those last drops of gas left in the bike.
Cool. Any other faces? No. Oh,
Nope. Nothing. Maybe I'll have more luck with the church.
see if.
I have his app.
Okay.
Nope. Lots of Taylors in there, but no Rose. I guess that makes sense, seeing as how this phone book was issued a couple months after her death. No dice. Hardly a shocker, she was a celebrity. Nope.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Azure Sky Motel. You're awaited in Cassidy. How may I help you?
Hi there. This is Kathy Rain from Rain Investigations. I have some questions.
All right, then.
Okay, this was
What can you tell me about your motel?
The Azure Sky is a long-time family business. We've been serving tenants faithfully for over 40 years now.
Oh, wow, quite a while. So, how many tenants do you have?
We don't keep records of the number of tenants, but we have 50 rooms of varied sizes. We're about 3/4 full, but expecting to be fully booked during tourist season in the summer.
Wait, tourists actually come to Cassidy? Somebody deserves a raise for one hell of a marketing campaign.
No patriot of the community, huh? That's a shame. This city has a lot more to offer than people like you give it credit for.
To each their own, I guess. So, I hear that one of your tenants was murdered back in February? Rose Taylor.
No shit. Here I thought the boys in blue ransacked this whole place just for shit and giggles.
That happened happens more often than you think. Come on, man. Help a girl out.
Sorry for the attitude, but you know you're the person to ask about that, right?
I get that, so how about we stick with the short version?
Fine. No, I don't know anything that isn't in the paper. No, you can't see the room. It's rented out. And even if you did go in there, there's nothing that the cops or cleaners haven't removed since friggin' February.
Understood. So what about the next of kin? She had a husband, right?
Yeah, he came by later to pick up the personal effects. I just met the guy for a few minutes.
Did you catch his name?
I did. But I don't think he'd appreciate me giving out his name to some random lady on the phone. No offense.
I am a bit offended, actually. I'm not some random lady. I'm a licensed private investigator and a renowned one at that. Ever hear of the Whitmore affair?
That does sound familiar.
Well, that was me. Now, here's a friendly piece of advice. Choose the path of least resistance. I can be a much bigger pain in the ass than this Mr. Taylor, believe me.
Alright, fine. It's Orson. Orson Taylor.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Nice. You got a name.
What can you tell me about Orson Taylor, Rose's husband?
Nothing much. Like I said, I only saw the guy once, a week or so after the murder.
Okay. How do you see him?
Like you'd expect. Messed up. Couple of kids, too. Breaks my heart, truth be told.
So, if Rose was married and had 2 children, what was she doing in your motel?
That's the million-dollar question, ain't it? You get no answer from me. Even if I could keep track of all of our tenants, I don't make a habit of sticking my nose in their personal affairs.
Huh. Was she a regular then?
Not really. Just a couple of bookings in January and February. Look, I think I've said enough. Any other questions? Need to wrap this up. I've got calls on the other line.
What do you know about the soothsayer?
I know more than I'd like to. I could have gone without a close view of his handiwork, that's for sure.
I can imagine. A brutal stabbing, I take it?
No offense, but I'd rather not go over that again. It's all in the paper, if you're so dead set on getting all the gory details.
Do you know anything about scrying mirrors?
Only that our psycho killer enjoys breaking them around his victims, but I have no interest in understanding a nut like that.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to. Do you?
Only
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Alright then, that's all.
you're welcome. Have a great day now.
Okay, I think that's a good point to stop. Save our day. Save our game. And we'll pick this up tomorrow. Alright. I'll be back on tomorrow night to continue this. You all have a good night, and I'll see you then. Bye.